Alright. Hey. So, we did a questionnaire the other day for 6,000 subs. And there were a few questions that were more like non-channel related, I had to say. Like, they were more, not really meant for channel stuff. They were more personal things. And I do want to answer them, which I'm going to do now. But just know that I didn't ignore your question. It's just that sometimes it's not it's not good to speak about some things on the main channel because some people just won't want to watch the whole video, which is fine, and other people don't care about that stuff. Like, a lot of the time, I answered questions that pertained more to channel-related stuff than anything else, which I think is probably the right thing to do. Anyways, it's a lovely sunny day. Anyways, totally lovely sunny day in England. Well, at least this is probably the brightest day I've had this week, so it's good. So I'm here to answer questions. So, the first question we had, what was your first proper job like? Well, I've never had a proper job in my life. I would say I worked as a waiter for a year, or just like about 8 months, in 2015 and 2016. And that was pretty good. So I'd say that was my first proper job because I haven't had any other to really compare to. I haven't had like an office job, haven't used a degree to get a job or anything. That was really good. I worked for about 2 months. I worked behind the counter, behind the bar, serving soft drinks, like cool drinks. I don't know what people say outside of South Africa, but like cool drinks, like Cokes and stuff. I wasn't allowed to touch the alcohol. Well, I was, but it had to be very simple. I couldn't make any cocktails. I couldn't make anything like that. And I just had to watch the door where people walked through, with cool drinks and stuff like, and like pizzas. I had to watch through the kitchen because at the back of the bar there was a hole that showed you the kitchen pretty much, and I just had to watch things going on. And that was pretty cool. But the bar was right next to several tables, and you could tip the bartender. So it was always me and someone else who was qualified. So there were always people chilling, and that was my first proper job. Was like that bartending job. And then eventually I got a waitering job at that same place. It was called Cococcio's in Cape Town, Cavendish Square, Cape Town. And that was really cool because it was a really nice restaurant. It wasn't like top quality restaurant, but it was pretty high up. It was like, it wasn't a family place, and that was really fun. That was like an awesome fun job. I used to sing behind the bar and get tips for singing, so that was cool. Some people really hated it. Some people liked it. I shut up the minute someone had a problem with it though. But because I would just be cleaning a glass and just start drinking, sort of thing, and just start singing. Sorry, drinking on the job would probably get me fired pretty quickly. But then after that, I was waitering at that same place. I was given 2 or 3 tables, depending on the night, and those were the tables that I had to do full and full. So like, some people got closer to 8 tables in one night, or they were just given a section, and anybody who walked into that section or in this time, they got those tables. I was just given 2 or 3, so that was really cool. My manager constantly had a problem. Well, he didn't have a problem, but he didn't. There were 3 managers of the place, and the one manager had a big problem with me because I would just flirt with, like, the goal was to get money. So, and the place was more of a higher up than lower down restaurant in terms of like money wise. So a lot of older people would go there. You didn't see many kids. And every time there was like a group of grannies or something, I would just flirt because that was just the easiest way to get tips, you know, just be super nice. I wouldn't even call it flirting, but then if my manager was there and they mentioned it, then I would just get fucked because he knew exactly what they were talking about, and they would be like, oh, this young man is so lovely or something, and the manager would be like, so that was my first proper job, and it paid decently at the time. It paid it paid about 13 rand an hour, which is about $1. It was about $1 at that time. This exchange rate's changed a bit to the point where the rand's gotten a little bit stronger. So it's about $1 $1.20 an hour, and then tips. Sometimes you just get like raucous tips. They were like gross how much money you could get from a decent table if they liked you. So that was always cool. Yeah. After that, I didn't work, so I quit my job when my girlfriend arrived, and then I moved here. That's the whole story of 2015. I moved to England in 2016, so it's a pretty good year. Pretty fun. All right, next question. Do you think you've ever been in love for real? And if you have, what was your experience like when it ended? Do, as you can see, why I didn't want to answer these on the main channel, because I could talk about this for hours, and I'm not going to though. I don't think I've ever been in love for real. I can't imagine a time. I can't imagine a time when I didn't think that I was, but I know now that I wasn't. You know, my idea of love is not love at first sight or anything. Although I am like romantic. I enjoy that aspect of things. Watched The Notebook like 20 times on repeat. No, but I enjoy it. I just think like after the relationship, I'm like, you know, I'll be in the relationship and problems will happen. And they're the kind of problems that don't go away, like character flaws kind of thing. And I'm sure my girlfriend and girlfriends and everyone else probably thought the exact same about me. But you stay in a relationship because you kind of like you like what it has, and you sort of ignore the red flags, even though that's not what you should do. And I think I'm old enough now to see that, although I'm only 21. I'll be 22 soon. I think I'm old enough to know that now, although I'm not sure. So no, I don't think I've ever been in love. I hope to know when I am properly, but as I said, I've thought that every single time. Every relationship I've ever had, I thought, oh, I love this girl. But it's just not the case. It's not the case, and I don't know. Alright, next question. How has YouTube affected your life with your family? Do any of your family actually know about it? Is it enough money to live on? Okay, so on to the last one. Absolutely not. It is not enough money to live on, and I don't live on it. It would be cool if I could live on it, but I have still wants and needs in life, and I'm always trying to challenge myself to be better, you know? And yeah, it's just been sort of, sorry, this chair is uncomfortable. And I've always wanted to sort of challenge myself more as time goes on, and I feel like with YouTube it's possible, but the medium is just so unregulated, is a good way of putting it. It's so unstable, it's so shaky, it's so like non-investor proofed. So although it's really fun, I don't know. It just got really cold. Do my family know? Not really. Only a few of them know. Almost no one I know in real life knows about it. Because as I said, I answered a similar question to this in the first Q&A. It's not big enough to really tell people about it, you know? Or for people that weren't knowing. Like 6,000 subs is not, it's nothing, you know, in the grand scheme of things. It's everything to me, but it's nothing to people who watch YouTube regularly, because they'll get recommended people with millions and millions and millions. So it's not really, it's not a big facet of it. So no, the people who do know are super into it, which is cool. My sister knows, my mom knows, my dad knows. My dad even watches some of my videos, which is weird. But yeah, it hasn't affected anything though. It's just sort of normal. People know that I spend a shit ton of time on it though. I do spend a large part of my free time on it. In fact, the majority of my free time is spent on the YouTube channel, which is awesome. It's awesome because I have a lot of fun doing it, so I'm not complaining. So yeah. Next question. Do you prefer streaming or editing videos? Like video production, I assume. It changes every day, actually. It just depends on the stream. I used to stream a lot more last year, and I used to ask for advice from people because I would stream for like I don't know, might have even been like 5 people at most. And I would always ask for advice on what to do when chat was dead and stuff like that. And they would always say just stream as if you can't see the viewer count or something. And I can't actually do that. So if the chat is not moving quickly, then I don't enjoy it very much. And to be completely honest, it's not overly fun. And I can't not check the viewer count because it's a measure of progress for me. So, but at the same time, I also don't care about it enough to think that it is an actual measure of progress. But more is how the stream goes on. But some people could be streaming and someone could actually just be busy. Their mom could walk into the room and be like, "Hey, you gotta go do that laundry," and stuff like that. Like I can't control that and I can't know it. So I appreciate when people say like, "Oh, I gotta go." But yeah, so I prefer streaming when it's a decent chat. Not many trolls. When people are chatting about stuff that's relevant. When there's nobody getting super offended by stuff. You know, whether it be politics or SJW stuff or whatever else people get angry about these days. But I'm very medium when it comes to, I'm very middle of the league, middle of the line, middle of the fence. I wouldn't say I'm on the fence, but I'm right in the middle of most issues. I don't watch like wrecked feminist videos. I don't watch wrecked Trump quotes or wrecked Hillary stuff, whatever else people watch. I don't watch any of that. I do find it funny, but I try to make sure I don't get recommended that stuff on YouTube. So I'm not the kind of person who could really engage an audience of people. Like I think for example, like I think some transgender stuff is stupid, but at the same time I also understand the issues that transgender people face. If I bring it up on stream, you will get a group of people who hate transgender people because of SJW videos and all that, and they just associate it with them, or liberals even. And on the other end, if you bring up how much you think Donald Trump is an idiot or Hillary's an idiot, you'll get people on that side of the spectrum just coming on through the cracks and screaming. I hate that stuff. Hate it. Like, I fucking hate it. It ruins my streams, and that's why it's one of the bigger rules. Like, don't bring that shit here. And that's why I'll time people out straight away. Even regulars. I mean, there was a guy who donated $50. He donated $50, and he said, go buy Armor 3 with this, I think. I think that was the donation message, like, go buy Armor 3. So we could play together. And I wanted to buy Armor 3 already, so I did. Like a month or two later. But later on the stream, he was like, well, all liberals are retarded. And I timed him out straight up. I was like, your money doesn't affect anything. And if you're a regular and I kind of know you, so I know quite a few people in stream now. I know how they think and how they respond to questions. And if I know that person, then that's a different story. Because I might know, like, oh, he doesn't mean it like that, you know? Like, he doesn't mean all liberals are retarded or something. But yeah, I have no qualms about that. So when chat is clean and active and I have a few viewers, then streaming is way more enjoyable than YouTube, than editing, production, that sort of stuff. It's like not even a contest. Monetarily, it doesn't compete really. Twitch is not better than YouTube, but at the same time, I'm still such a small fry that stuff doesn't affect decisions or anything like that. I know, like, Angry Joe has this thing on where people are saying because he makes more money off Twitch, he's just focusing on streaming. First of all, I don't think that's true. I don't think bigger people would make more money off Twitch than on YouTube, because ads are still where you get the most money, and Twitch partners don't get paid for ads. Or maybe they do, but it's like 10%, or less than that, maybe even 5%. And Twitch uses the same auction system that YouTube uses, so you can get a rough estimate of that. So I don't think that they make more money anyways. And then besides that, you just gotta do what you enjoy more. And I am doing what I enjoy more. I'm streaming almost every day. Not recently though. It's the international. My sister's here. She's actually inside. I'm gonna go chill with her now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, there were a few other questions, which I'll get around to answering. But this video is already 15 minutes. And I'm putting this up on my second channel. So thank you very much for watching. I will be streaming a lot more in the coming future, in the coming next month or so, purely because I have a lot more free time recently, which is cool. So that's cool. And one of the questions was, why are you so obsessed with glasses? Or why do you always wear glasses or something? Well, I have very sensitive eyes. Makes things better, to be completely honest. And it's not that I just have I have a collection of sunglasses. I do. I have the Daredevil ones, limited edition Ray-Bans. I have Wayfarers. I just collect sunglasses. They're fun like that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.